To learn about the off-grid lifestyle and to be inspired to live your dreams, click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Hit the bell notification. Okay, so we're back at the tiny house. Oh, it's not a build anymore. It's a live. We're back at the tiny house living. So today it's official. We are going to sleep in this house, our new tiny house, for the first time today. So yesterday I showed you that Carolyn got the bed put together. So today I decided I was going to take the day off. Yeah, right. What we've been doing is just kind of transporting things from the camper up to here. We got all our plugs worked out now. We got the fridge up here. The thing is we still have a lot of things that we need to buy. We need to buy totes that can go underneath the bed, because when you look under the bed, there's quite a bit of room that we can store canned foods and stuff, you know, things that we're going to use, and clothes. Carolyn and I are still debating. I want to put my clothes up in the loft, but she wants me to put them down here, so we'll see how that works out. I don't want to clutter it up too bad down here, and my imagination is if we start putting all our clothes down here, we're going to have it pretty cluttered pretty quick. We're going to put shelving down here. I'm not really sure what she's going to put down here. Then we're going to put shelving above the two big windows. Then over here in the utility closet, we have our Berkey and the propane, and our tools are charging. I got the battery for the tank, the IBC tank, our water tank, hooked up. I got the fan that's blowing hot air from the house into the IBC tank housing. And so today was the first day we got below freezing that we still had running water since winter began. Down there it would freeze as soon as it got below, well, sometimes it felt like it would freeze before it got below 32 degrees. We were trying a little experiment here. We're gonna see if we can make coffee on the wood stove. One of the reviews I read said that this stove is not good for cooking on. So we'll see if we can get coffee to boil on it. I have not brought up the little Coleman cook stove that we have. We're going to use that temporarily until we can get a gas oven stove, you know, a little apartment size one. It's not that we're waiting on it, we just haven't gotten it yet. I mean, we're going to go get it as soon as possible. In the meantime, we're going to use that. And so that's going to go out here on the back porch. One of the big complaints I've had from commenters is I'm going to make Carolyn go out there in the rain and cook. Well, as you know, my intention is to build a roof for the back porch. I had a family member come up yesterday and he had this old canopy. And he says, you know what, I don't use this at all. You want to have it? I said, sure, we can put it on the back porch until I can get the roof done this spring. That's when I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the back porch this spring. It's not like I'm being lazy. Well, so many people say, you're just being lazy, get it done. I just want to do the concrete in the springtime. Then we'll put the gas stove out here. Today it's snowing, it's drifting, but Carolyn says that's what she wants to do. I mean, if you think about it, it'll reduce the temperature in the house. She's done laundry all day, and that water heater is actually heating up the house too hot because we got the wood stove going also. So our winter vortex is here, and it's been cold and windy all day. And the camper, sure, as I suspected, is chilly. It's not comfortable. I mean, it's warm, but that little Franklin wood stove that I've been using as a heat exchanger just isn't keeping up. It's using a lot of wood, so I put the last load of wood in it today. And so now we'll just use this nice little thing. And so I've been trying to find dried wood, and I split it and check it and test it with my little tester. Then on Carolyn's side of the bed, we're going to get plastic storage bins so she can put her clothes in. We got to get this flooring material down to the camper now that the camper is in a position that we can put it in. I don't know if I'll do that today. It's not supposed to get wet, and with it snowing and gets wet, I don't know how that'll do it. So I might do it tomorrow. I need to get this done. I still got the hatch completed. It's sitting underneath the desk. You may be able to see it. Piece of insulation there. So I got my hatch that I got to get installed up here. What I'd like to have is a 6-foot ladder. That way I can get up there, because the extension ladder doesn't fit, and then our little 2-step ladder I can't reach. So I'd like to get a 6-foot ladder. I would like to hang the ladder right here. And like earlier I was telling you, I'd like to be able to get up to the attic, get my clothes if I put them up there. Well, then all I got to do is drop the hatch, grab the ladder, run up there, get my clothes real quick, come back down, and be like having it upstairs. I see it as not that inconvenient, but sure is comfortable in here. Sure is nice. I can just see Carolyn's really enjoying sitting in her chair. We got to get better chairs. We're using our lawn chairs right now, and as you can see, it's kind of short for the desk. But we'll get all that worked out. I mean, there's just a lot to buy. We spent $100 and some odd for just the sheets, the pillowcases, and all that bedspread and stuff. But my big goal, and Carolyn's big goal, is to make sure everything has a home and that everything gets put back into its home when it's used. I mean, for example, coffee canister right in the windowsill. That's not really a good place for it. So we got to find it a home, whether it's a shelf or under the bed or somewhere where we can put our coffee things. Right here's a good example. We got a dirty plate from lunch or coffee cups. Everything needs a home. Otherwise, it's going to get so cluttered so fast we won't be able to live in it. And so that's the big thing, is trying to think everything through, what we want to do. Now, one of the things that keeps coming up is, what are you going to do for a sink? Well, let me explain here. So we have our shower. Carolyn does her laundry in a bucket with a plunger. She's always done it that way. And I just bought her a spinner machine that she wanted really bad. And when I get it, I'll show you how it works. But it spins the clothes, takes all the water out with the spin cycle. She says that's the hardest part about doing laundry manually like this. I begged her to get a washing machine. I begged her. We can do it. I can run the generator when she wants to do laundry, but she refuses to do it. So she asked for that little spinner machine, and boy, I didn't even hesitate. I said, send it to me, whatever you want. We got it. So she's been doing laundry in here, and this has been really handy. She can just dump the bucket right in the shower, and it drains down. It's just, it's so much easier than the camper. Then for the sink, I've said before that we're going to buy one of those laundry room tub sinks. It's a 20-gallon sink. We'll put it in here, but we won't install it. It'll just sit in here with a little drain that will actually go right over the drain of the shower. When we want to do dishes, or she even said, that'd be great to do the blankets in, to wash the blankets in. But we got our water heater right here. So we use that for the shower. It's adjustable temperature and pressure. With the dishes, we'll just use the same shower head for the dishes and the laundry. And it's quite simple. It's just a simplistic method. It's easy to build. It's easy. Everything about this place has been easy. It's been easy to build because I'm just one person. I had to build it by myself. I'm not an expert on every subject. I could do the plumbing, but it would have taken me forever to plumb out a toilet and a sink and a shower. We'll get a composting toilet. That'll be easy. I don't have to worry about, the septic tank. I keep getting hit on about the septic tank. Oh, you're doing it wrong. Well, the septic tank it's broke, so I can't even use it. I got to fix it before we could use it. It's not really a septic tank until it's fixed. So the other day, I had a 28-year-old guy ask me, what kind of advice could I give him for living off-grid? He says, this is his dream. This is what he wants to do. And I didn't answer right away. I started to answer, and I thought, I want to think about this. And I'm thinking 28 years old, and he wants to live off-grid. I'm trying to remember what I was doing when I was 28. My big thing in life, I just became a quality manager for a manufacturing company, a plastics manufacturing company. And it was a big leap in my career at the time. I don't know if I was even in the mindset of doing something like this back then. For me to give advice at 28 years old, I would say, hey, do your life first. If you're going to want to get married at some point, then this probably isn't the ideal place to be. Living off-grid with children. You could do it, don't get me wrong. I homeschooled my child. She started college at 14 years old. But I tell you, it would have been a lot more difficult to homeschool a child. You got to have a full-size computer with constant access to the internet. We use our cell phones. We have hotspot. And a lot of times we don't have access to the internet. And to do it in a tiny house, how would you even get kids in here? We could put them in the loft, I guess. You want to think about your priorities in life first. That's your first step. So at 28 years old, not saying you can't do it or shouldn't do it. I'm saying, are there other things that you're dreaming about? What your next step is how hard do you want to work in life? I will tell you, this is the most stress-free life I've ever had. Living off-grid in this little tiny house, I've never felt better in my life. I was a quality manager. I told you I ran my own company for 10 years. I had a lot of stress in my life, and this is stress-free. But I work just as hard. Every day I have to do something. I told you at the beginning of this video, I was going to take the day off, which is a very rare event for me. But I didn't take the day off. I ended up going down and picking everything up out of the camper, moving it up here, getting everything organized, cleaning, just the whole thing. So you don't take days off. Every day you've got something to do and you need to get it done. You got to understand that your livelihood, your job, is now combined with your life. So it's one thing, it's all one. And so when you go to work as an off-grid lifestyle, it's because your survival depends on it. Oh, I got to fill the IBC tank today, otherwise we're not going to have water. Wood, I got to go out and cut firewood, or otherwise we're not going to have heat. Today it's snowing, and every couple hours I got to go down and sweep off the solar panels. Otherwise the snow is going to cover the solar panels and we won't have electric. Don't expect that just because you're going to be living off-grid that all of a sudden you don't have to work. No, you'll work just as hard. It just won't be stressful. I hope I can inspire you to find your priorities in life so you can enjoy your dream. Thanks for watching.